next news. Breaking news from the White House.
President Trump just delivered a direct warning that should have every American paying attention. Speaking to reporters today, he made it crystal clear that mail-in ballots remain a massive threat to election integrity heading into the midterms and beyond. He pointed out that America stands alone in the world for relying on this system, and he warned that the nature of mail-in voting invites corruption. He highlighted the recent mess in Maryland where 500,000 fake ballots were sent out, only to be followed by another 500,000 without the originals being recovered. Trump has now called on law enforcement to investigate aggressively. The question is whether Senate Republicans will finally act. So this issue hits every single voter directly. When mail-in ballots flood the system without proper safeguards, confidence in every election drops. Families in Maryland now face the reality that 1 million ballots could be floating around, many sent to Democrat households. And across the country, communities watch as voter rolls remain bloated with dead names while some states refuse to clean them up. Now, politically, this weakness gives Democrats an opening that shows up immediately in betting markets, giving them 60% chance to win the White House again in 2028. Without real reform, the same problems that fractured trust after 2020 will only grow worse, leaving honest citizens wondering if their votes still count in a system that refuses basic verification. Now, before we continue, we got some breaking news tonight on another national security front. On America's critical mineral supply chain, SAGA Metals, who's trading as SAGMF in the U.S. and SAGA in Canada, is now emerging as a major story in the race to secure materials tied directly to national defense. Now, in less than 6 months, SAGA has moved with unusual speed. Last week, the company announced a 100% drill success rate across all 57 holes at its radar project, and they finished ahead of schedule. Now, that matters because radar is being positioned as a potential host for domestic supply of vital materials. Watch for the in-depth interview that I did over the weekend. Now, investors who want the full picture should check the exclusive briefing that's linked below. But this is only for Next News viewers. Now, back to the fight for election integrity. See, while the mineral story strengthens national security, the election story demands immediate action right here at home. New data shows 350,000 dead people still listed on voter rolls in just 1/3 of the states. That number explodes when you include the big Democrat states refusing to cooperate. We have this President Trump very concerned about mail-in ballots ahead of the midterms. We would not have to worry about this if Thune would grow some balls and pass the Save America Act, says Nick Sortor. Let's go to the president now at his Trump RX announcement today.
In the blue? Yes, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. On election integrity, so a lot of Republicans, including you, are speaking out against a massive mail-in ballot era in Maryland.
Yeah, terrible.
How concerned are you about election integrity as Americans are heading into the midterms?
I'm very concerned about it. I'm very concerned about mail-in ballots. We're the only country in the world that's doing mail-in ballots, and a mail-in ballot is, by just the nature of it, it's going to be corrupt. So many people handle it. You go into a well-run voting booth in a certain state, we'll pick a state, but you go into, and I mean, they look, even me, I went in Florida and went to vote, and they said, "Sir, I hate to do it. I'm so embarrassed. Could I see your identification?" I said, "Really? Do you really want to do that? Please, sir. I'll lose my job if I don't do it." I was very proud to hand her identification and everything else. I mean, you want to have proof of citizenship. You want to have a voter ID. You want to have all these things. But to me, maybe the worst of all is the mail-in ballots where they come in. So, as you know, in Maryland, 500,000 fake ballots were sent out. When they were caught, they said, "Oh, we'll pull them back." And they issued 500,000 new ballots. And as you know, they never got the original ballots back. So there are 1 million ballots out there. Many of them went to Democrats, and it's a very serious thing. And I'll tell you, I've looked at Maryland for a long time, and I know Maryland pretty well. And I was told that it's automatically a Democrat state. And I don't believe that because I think I did really well there, and I don't believe it. But they issued, as you just got caught recently, 500,000 ballots, illegal ballots were sent out, and they were totally fraudulent. And then they said, "Oh, we'll pull them back." Well, they didn't pull them back, and they have 500,000 new ballots go. So what happens to the original? Are they going to come in, and are they going to come in and infect our system? So it's a very, very serious thing that's happened, and I've asked the law enforcement to look at it very, very strenuously.
So we'll see what happens there. Trump warns mail-in ballots are corrupt by nature and points to 500,000 fake ones sent in Maryland that never got pulled back. Yet betting markets are already seeing Democrats pulling ahead in 2028. Just in, the Democrats are widening their lead in the 2028 presidential race. 60% chance the next elected president is a Democrat. That's according to Polymarket. Right here, you can see that. Look at that gap. That is what the betting markets are saying right now. So continuing with this, we also have from Christian Collins, 350,000 dead people found on voter rolls from data in just 1/3 of the states. How much more evidence does Senator John Thune need? Grow his spine and pass the Save America Act. Here is Harmeet Dillon. The DOJ is looking.
It's a worthy endeavor. No one wants illegal immigrants voting. Everyone wants, dead people off the rolls. Some states have worked with you. Other states have not. Can you tell me about that effort and where it stands today?
Sure. We've gotten voluntary compliance or settlements with about 1/3 of the states, and we've run about 60 million plus records. And in that regard, we've already found 350,000 dead people on the voter rolls, and those are in the states that are voluntarily complying with us. And we've referred about 25,000 people with no citizenship records in those states, again, the ones that are voluntarily complying with us. Now, big states like California, New York, Illinois, Democrat states, Michigan, they're defying our efforts, and they don't want to show us their voter rolls. They have a requirement under federal law to maintain clean voter rolls, and frankly, they don't do it.
Of course, because that's how they cheat. 350,000 dead voters already turning up on the rolls. Big Democrat states refusing to clean them. And this young voter just shut down the usual talking points in under a minute. A young black woman just exposed Democrat talking points in 40 seconds.
The reality is this. Black people's voting is not in danger, and you know it's not. And you know it's not. I'm 63 years old. I've been voting since I was 18. I have never had a problem voting. Now, that may apply to my mother and father. It applies to my grandparents. Surely it does. And in fact, because it does, every single person in this room, including that Jewish lady that just got up and talked, need to really be thanking us. Really need to be thanking us for getting y'all the right to vote, for getting y'all the right to be here, instead of sitting up here manipulating.
And that's exactly what they do. They manipulate the public to make them think that, oh, the Save America Act is going to exclude women from voting. But see, President Trump is right to demand the Save America Act. Without it, states like California, New York, and Illinois will continue hiding their rolls and inviting fraud. The same people pushing mail-in ballots are the ones blocking every cleanup effort. Trump's already secured voluntary compliance from 1/3 of the states and exposed 25,000 non-citizens on the rolls. And now, Senate Republicans need to grow a spine, pass the bill, and give America the secure elections it deserves. Anything less hands Democrats another advantage in 2028. So the bottom line is very simple. America first means securing every vote the same way we secure our borders. President Trump's laid out the problem and named the solution. It's time for the Republicans in the Senate to deliver. So drop your thoughts in the comments below and answer this quick question. Do you believe mail-in ballots should be eliminated nationwide? Yes or no? And text the words raw feed to 844-840-4963 right now to bypass the algorithm and get direct updates from me to your phone. And check out the Next News merch shelf below this video for the latest America 250 gear. We're not backing down until every legal vote is protected and counted. Stay vigilant and stay tuned.
The system controls information. Information control is power. They don't want you to see this. The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.